Hi, I'm Grandma Judy. I am 78 years old and I love YouTube. But I found it really hard to do. Part of it is that my computer skills are too old. Part of it is my computer skills went out of my head because at 78, if you don't use it, you lose it really fast, which is a sad thing. And I've been really fighting with YouTube over doing things, not fighting with them, fighting with myself to do what, to download, making a new video, trying to find out what my niche is. I'm not real sure because I tend to be a little eclectic. I do things like, I'm going to turn away here. I do wire wrap jewelry, or I did. I will do it again after my arm gets well, which my doctor tells me is another month or two. We'll see. But I really love doing wire wrap jewelry. I went to a class for it. Omzi put it on. It was the Rock and Mineral, and it was put on in Oregon. They had a camp. I learned how to shape rocks, and you take a piece of rock like this. I decided the cut I wanted, and I would use saws and grinders, and I would turn it into a little stone like this. Well, that's not showing up very well, is it? There we go, a cabochon. So I could take this and turn it into this. That was learning a lot. And then I took another class to learn the wire wrap, which was so much fun. And so I have been doing that, and I was doing it really steady and got fun with it. I fell. And it's not a horrible fall. I'm not complaining. I'm actually very lucky. My doctor was amazed at my age that all I did was broke some bones in my hand and cracked some bones in my arm. Here we go. Now this one I also incorporated beads, but that's a fun one. And I really like doing these little bitty ones. Doing the veil, which is this top part, which is where your chain goes through, was probably the hardest thing I had to learn. But this is a lot of fun. And I learned it all in that Omzi class. I've had so much fun, and I met wonderful, wonderful people. I'm not sure, I haven't decided if I like this one or not. It's a little wahooey out there, but I also like the wahooey. I don't know, we'll see. There's the back. Again, a little much maybe, we'll see. Let me show you a couple of the first ones I did. I know, they're not very good, but you have to start someplace and learn. And this was just with beads, nice little glass beads, and that works really nice. But you can tell that was one of my first. Let's see. Do I have a ring or something I did in here? My rings have not gotten to where I want them to be yet, but I'll keep working on them, and I'll be showing you them. I will set this up so that I can show you what I'm doing right after I get rid of this. Now this one's not a stone. It's actually just, I think it's just paper that was put behind plastic. But I really like it. I like how bright it is. As you can tell, I often like bright colors. But I like the little small ones better for me than I do the big ones. Sometimes the wire wrap comes out really good. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, how did I do that? And did I do it on purpose? But I will get back to wire wrapping, and I'll be showing you what I do. And maybe I can set up something where we can have once a month drawing or something, so I can send whatever I made that month to somebody else. Because my daughter says, "Mom, what are you going to do with all of those? You don't even hardly wear jewelry." Well, that's true. I don't wear a lot of jewelry. But guess what? I've got granddaughters, great-granddaughters, friends, cousins. I figure when I'm gone, they're just going to have to pick out the ones they want and take them home. I'm okay with that. And some of them, when they come by, I send them home with them before I'm gone. So how's that? But I have a lot of fun. But a cabochon can be any shape. Just a little stone that's been cut and polished. And that's what I learned in camp. It was a lot of fun. And like I said, I'm taking the advanced this year. This year, I'm probably not going to work. I took a little bit of everything last year, and this year I think I'm just going to stick with the wire wrap. But the OMSI camp, I've got to encourage people, if you get a chance, to go. It has, it's literally a camp, but they have a big building that they used where they serve meals and do classes. They've got another big building where they've got all of the rock shaping equipment. And then they had cabins that people could rent, like me, which is what I did. The cabins do not have bathrooms inside of them, but they do have a big bathroom set up with showers and toilets and all of that, which it was really nice. I very much enjoyed it. And because I'm old, they were nice enough to give me one very close to the showers in the bathroom. It pays to be old sometimes. But that is one of the hobbies that I do. I'm also learning drones, and I'm taking a drone class this year. Why? Because I crash my drone all the time. I mean, I have crashed my drone probably 30, 40 times, and it still keeps flying. Just amazes me, because it wasn't even a real expensive one. I thought if I'm going to break it, I'll start with a cheap one, and then I'll get an expensive one when I actually know what I'm doing. Well, I still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm very good at crashing. And I have a lady that's very good at drones, and I'm going to be with her in, the end of May. And she's going to teach me how to fly my drone. She promises I won't be crashing. So that'll be 3 or 4 days over in Oregon with her. And that'll be a lot of fun. But what I wanted to really tell you is a gentleman that I met online. I have not met him in person, but I follow his website or his page or YouTube page all the time, because he has really good information for people like me that are going, I don't know what to do. I'm confused. I need help. And most of the people, when I go to their websites where they're saying how to do things on their intro, they talk really fast like this, and I have no idea what they're saying. I know, auctioneers. I can't follow them. But Kevin Colby, he talks a little bit slower. He explains exactly what he's doing, and he usually goes over it at least twice so that we have a chance to actually get it in our head or take a note or whatever we need to do. So just being able to download and what I should do on pushing my buttons and doing things, big help. Thank you, Kevin. So I'm going to push that information off to you as well. If you're on your, what do we call it, the YouTube, the work site that where you're working. Up in this upper corner up here, you're going to find a button that says Create. So after you've made your video, Make sure you save it where you know where it's at, because it's really annoying when you save it and it doesn't go where you thought and you have to find it. I know, I did it. So make sure you save your video and you know where it's at. Then go up to the create button right up top here, and it will say to upload or to download, and you hit that, and then just kind of find something else to do, because if your internet is like mine, it's a little bit slow. So for this video, it's over 10 minutes, so it is going to take at least 30 minutes for it to download. I'm okay with that. But without Kevin's information, I would not have known that. You just go over, you do your video, make sure you save it where you can find it, and then hit that create button and just follow the prompts. I know, just download and download and download and have fun. So this is Grandma Judy. Please join me. Please like, subscribe, that would be a big help. But mostly, I just love it when you send me messages, because I'm old and I'm alone, and it's nice to have somebody to chat with. Thank you so much, and goodbye. I always have to look. I know, still.